All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed for you. Don't forget, I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit the subscribe button, and there's some cool stuff in the video description for you as well, too. Starting this one off right here from Mopar Insiders, Jeep introduces a Florida-exclusive Gladiator called the High Tide Edition. Okay, a clone of this year's Jeep Beach, specifically built for Florida market, especially built for Florida market. Okay, so here it is right here. This is the High Tide Edition. We'll cover what it has special to it. Pretty sweet. Love the logo on there. Pretty nice. Like I said, love the Gladiator. There's High Tide. I like the way they did that. It's kind of surfer style. I really like it. And it's a tribute to Florida Jeep enthusiasts. The 2024 Gladiator High Tide Edition debuted on the heels of the successful annual Jeep Beach event that happens in Daytona Beach. This event attracts 250,000 attendees, 40,000 Jeep vehicles, making it one of the largest Jeep gatherings globally. Okay, the Jeep High Tide Edition celebrates their spirit with a model specifically built for the Sunshine State. What does this thing have? Okay, the High Tide Edition is based on a Gladiator Sport S, combining a distinct appearance with legendary Jeep 4x4 capability. Features a unique hood and rear badging, as well as rugged exterior enhancements designed for off-road adventures. The Jeep Command Track part-time, so you're not getting the auto mode in this one. Okay, you're getting standard. You're getting the 2-speed transfer case, not the 4 auto. And you get the regular, otherwise it's basically the same. This is all basically the same thing as a Sport S. Now, here's what you're getting on it here, too. You're getting the 17-inch black painted aluminum wheels, 32-inch mud terrains, steel rock rails. Those are the same rock rails that are on the Gladiator and the Mojave and all that kind of stuff on there. You get body-colored hardtop. You're getting 12-way power adjustable front seats. It's pretty sweet. You get the black McKinney trim seats. Oh, those are sweet. Maybe we'll see a picture of those. Heated front seats. Now this is kind of interesting. Okay, let's let this sink in. Heated steering wheel, heated front seats, and a heated steering wheel. Okay, heated mirrors. Okay, we got heated mirrors, heating steering wheel, and heated front seats. Yet it is a Florida exclusive. Let that one sink in. Somebody was thinking. They were thinking well there. It just makes you shake your head sometimes. Why didn't they maybe let that go? Get rid of the heated front seats and the heated steering wheel and the heated power mirrors, and maybe give them a rear locker and the off-road plus button? How about that? Would have been really nice, since Florida's all swampland down there. Would have been kind of cool to see that. Or you're on the beach all the time. Would have been nice to have a rear locker rather than heated seats and heated steering wheels and heated mirrors. But you also get power windows. You get power door locks. Again, that's standard on the S there. First and second row side curtain airbags, adaptive cruise control, the 12.3 Uconnect, remote start, which is kind of nice. At least then you can turn on your air, because you're not going to need your heated seats down there. So that's pretty cool. Pricing of this thing is MSRP is going to be right at $48,000. You got the destination thing too, but it is a unique vehicle, and it's kind of cool that it's going to be a one-off edition. So it'll have some extra value there from that aspect. I do love that it's coming with the mud terrain, or the mud terrain tires on it. Pretty sweet ride here, no doubt about it. Pretty cool. Some of the stuff, like I said, does make you shake your head a little bit, but pretty sweet. So moving on from there, this one right here. U.S. Supreme Court, the Chevron Doctrine ruling loosens EPA stronghold on the auto aftermarket, okay, and a lot of other things, okay. This is a big deal. We're going to read this one for you real quick. I'm going to read it quick, but I want you to understand this. Let's take a second and talk about U.S. government control and the impact it has, the overreach has on the automotive aftermarket, especially in the performance sector. Regardless of whether you vehemently agree or disagree with federal regulations that are imposed on hot rods and the huge network of large and small businesses that conceptualize, create, and distribute products for the vehicles we love, it's no secret that there are instances where the EPA, the perceived almighty, since its inception in 1970, goes too far when it comes to applying its regulatory thumb on aftermarket businesses producing parts for modifying our vehicles. And they're also the reason for the EV push and all these stupid things and the carb compliance and all the crap we got to deal with that just makes our vehicles suck today. Okay, the EPA sucks. I cannot stand the EPA. I know people are going to argue with me on that and that kind of stuff, and I get it. You can argue all you want, but you know, if you got a smog problem in your city, then maybe make things legit in your city. But the rest of us that live out in the big world, we don't care about this stuff. We need our vehicles to do certain things. So I will never agree with people that live in Chicago or California, or even when I was in Detroit. And you know, I like I said, if you're going to jam that many people into a place, you got all kinds of problems anyway. Okay, I'm glad they're there. I don't want them out where I am. I'm glad they're all jammed together like sardines in there, but I will never live that way. But out here where I live, I need capability and functionality, and these cars that are built for these little cities, they don't work out here for me. So the EPA gets on my nerves constantly with that. Okay, their space come to the front with this. Okay, so right here, came to the front when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Chevron USA Inc. in 1984 case against the Natural Resource Defense Council, established what was known as the Chevron Doctrine, a decision that required courts to let federal agencies make rules on ambiguous points in the law that had not been covered by Congress. That means that politicians and money and bribery money and all that stuff is how the decisions were made. That's what it basically means. Okay. Subject matters were better qualified than judges could be, despite their impartiality, to rule on such a gray area disputes. From where we sit, it's essentially paving the way for the Clean Air Act to truly become hot rod industry's nemesis, and it has been for the last 40 years until now. Okay, so here it is. You can pause this and read it if you want to. The landmark ruling that happened on June 28th. Supreme Court justices voted 6-3 to dismantle the Chevron Doctrine with its decision. Looper Bright Enterprises versus Raimondo and anyway, here it is. The Administration Procedure Act established in 1946, which requires the courts to use their independent judgment in deciding whether any agency has acted within its authority, prohibits said court from deferring to agency's interpretation of ambiguous statute, is now back in play when it comes to matters concerning the EPA and our hobby. That means that they no longer have the control, the agencies. They don't have it. SEMA says they are excited. Our industry has felt the sting of federal overreach in a number of ways over the past several years, and our business constantly live under the fear and threat of future encroachment of federal agencies. The Supreme Court decision restores the checks and balances of our system of governance and rightly places authority back where it belongs, with the elected officials in Congress who are in charge of drafting federal laws. Okay, so this is a very good thing. It's going to be some huge changes now that this doctrine is gone. Huge changes coming. So we shall see what happens with that. It's pretty interesting. All right, two more quick things here. Negative equity is higher among borrowers with lower income. That is definitely true. It's obvious. We see that sticking out. But it does talk in here about how much, and it shows you the value, how much people are underwater. It's pretty crazy. And they're basically saying that if you're 704 seems to be the number. If you're 704 or below, your rates are going to be pretty vicious. It's going to come back to haunt you pretty bad. So try to get your credit up and really try to buy what you can afford. If you're under 700 credit score, it's not a good time for you for buying cars. The car market hates you, and they're going to sack it to you really hard. So, and it's not a good place to be, and it's not a fun time for sure. But be smart with what you can, how you can, because like I said, this negative equity thing will just hurt you years down the road. If your interest rate's too high, it's going to come back to bite you. Make sure if you're in this scenario that the car you buy, it doesn't say this stuff in this article, I'm telling you. If you are one of these people that is going to struggle from a high interest rate, steal the car. What I mean by that is get the best possible price you can. Doesn't matter what model or what it is, but you have to really get a few $1,000s off on that price. Get it really down as low as you can. Learn to negotiate, because you have to get the prices low to counteract the high interest rate you're going to pay so that you average out at the end. I can't put that any other way. If you are below 700 credit score, it is vital before buying a car that you learn to negotiate. Spend a couple of days, 8 hours a day spread over a week or two, but a couple of days, spend 15, 16, 20 hours watching every video you can on YouTube on negotiation tactics, how to negotiate, current negotiation tactics, how to work dealers against each other. Use these to counteract your lower than what the auto industry thinks your credit score needs to be and the high interest rates you're going to charge you. You can beat this by getting the best deal on the car. Save those thousands of dollars you're going to spend in interest when you buy it up front so that you even out when you go to sell it. Last thing we're going to cover real quick on here, Stellantis sues a fourth supplier over price hikes. Stellantis is having a lot of problems, but this one they got for the minivan that they have, whatever it's called, whatever that minivan is that they make, the Town and Country minivan, their gas tanks are being held up because they have them made. They got a whole bunch of them made. 400 approximately fuel tanks are finished and ready to be delivered to FCA, but it simply won't ship in order to try and extract massive price increases out of FCA. The lawsuit says Toyota's trying, or Stellantis is going after them, trying to sue them. They want a 12.5% price jump, retroactive back to January 1st. Is just nightmares out there is what it is. Just simply nightmares of BS stuff in the background. But anyway, there you go. That's today's news feed, and I hope you enjoyed it. Be back with more soon. Thanks for watching.